Go.
Hi, are you a business owner? Are you working in a company in a senior position? Are you a coach? Are you a trainer? Well, if you are, then this video is for you. This is very important that you watch this video because there's going to be very valuable thing. Because as an owner, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a coach, you always wanted to do something different. You always wanted to tell your story, the story that you have in yourself, which you have through your years of experience. You have that story inside you. You wanted to tell the story to the world. You wanted to let people know the experiences, let people know about the story that is inside you. Well, the best way to do that is to write a book. And I always feel that every entrepreneur, every person who's in a senior position in a corporate should always write a book. You must be thinking, well, that's a very difficult thing because it's very difficult to write a book. Now, this video is for you because I'm going to tell you 10 steps which will make it very easy to write a book. But before that, let's talk about the pain areas that you're facing, right? Because you always wanted to hold a book like this in your hand and think of the feeling that you would have when you had the book and you could have given it to people with your story inside. But let me tell you how to do it and what's the way forward. As I said before that, the pain areas that you always had a problem with the idea, what to write about, how to write about. So the first problem that you had is the idea. What is the idea behind it? Then the second problem that you face is how to publish it. Who's the publisher? Who's going to take my book and publish it? Because when a lot of authors don't write a book because they always feel there's a traditional publishing. Well, let me tell you, there's something called self-publishing. You can actually write a book and self-publish yourself. Right? So it's not that only traditional publishing. In India, there are lots of authors who have self-published the books. The third thing that you're facing is fear. Fear of who's going to read it. Well, I'm telling you, I first wrote the book and the first sale that I had was 3,000 copies of the book. And I was a first-time author. Right? So don't have to fear about it. You can easily read the book and there are many people, even your mobile, just take out your mobile, there are 2,000 people, your family, your friends, they're always there to read your book. Then the fourth problem that you always face is you feel that you need to be isolated, to write a book. But you need to be there. You don't have to move out of your place. You just have to be there. So I'm just telling you a few of the problems that we face while writing a book. And very important, the words. What kind of words to use. If this are the set of problems you're facing, well, why not? I'll tell you a 10-step process which will help you overcome this problem. Now, what if you don't do anything about it? What's the impact? What's the impact of not taking care of this problem? Your story would stay with you. You will not be able to pass this story across to many. Every time you think that, hey, I had a story, I should have written it. I've met many people who wanted to write a story and it's been years together and they've not finished the first page of the story. They're still stuck with whether there should be a or whether there should be a the out there. Well, let me tell you how to move forward. Now, one is the impact that you would not have come up with the book. The second thing is you need to live to your fullest potential, and it's so important, right? As I started in the video earlier, that you need to work on full potential. You had such a great potential, you had such a great story. The impact would be that the story would not be known to many. The other thing is the impact of not writing a book would be that you must be missing on so many opportunities because the book would help you create a lot of opportunities across. There are a lot of groups that would invite you. There are a lot of people who would like to come and talk to you just because of the book. So that is some of the impacts that you can think of that would not happen. And if you actually, if I'm talking of the pain, what is happening in terms of aspirations? Well, the solution that I'm going to give you will help you have a flow of ideas. A lot of ideas will get to write the book. You will be able to publish. You will be able to not have the fear of writing. You will be able to complete your book. And that's why I said, just hold on. I'll tell you the solution about it. And then, as I said, you don't have to isolate it. You be with your family and still write the book. And after doing all that, you will be able to come up with a great book and publish it and also able to promote it. Now let's talk about the solution that I've been talking about. Now, I understand that many a time you start writing a book and you don't know what to do, and there will be pile of these bunches that you write, and you have the papers, and then you keep throwing it, and it will be bunch. It will be so many papers that you never know how many trees you have cut just to write one page. Let me save you on that part of it. Okay. So once you start with it, don't just have a blank page. Once you just start with it, think of the outcome that you want to tell. You have a story. Don't have to start and finish. Just write your outcome that you want, right? Just put some words. And then suppose, let's say you're writing a story about relationship. Now what can come about relationship? It could be divorce. It could be abuse. It could be, words that you want to say. It could be anything. Whatever comes to you, just take a pen, take that sheet and start writing. Just start scribbling whatever thoughts comes to you. Just put it in a piece of paper. Don't worry about the flow, what comes where. We'll work that out. That's first part of it. Secondly, don't start editing it. What happens is we put our editor hat and we start editing that page, and you say, hey, it should be was, no, it should be where. If you start editing that part, you're done. Your story would not move forward. What I say is, don't have your editing hat on in the start. Write some 5-6 pages and then start editing it. Secondly, so editing, and then don't start with a blank page, I told you. And the third thing is read a lot. Go and look for. There are many sites like Quora. Quora will give you a lot of ideas about what you want to write, right? Then you have ebooks. Download as many ebooks as you can. They are free of charge. And then related to, suppose you're talking about relationship, go find out the related topics of it, and you'll find so much of information out there. You don't have to start thinking of it. You will have a lot of people who have written all those books to kind of work on that. Then the next thing is in terms of mind mapping. Sorry, what's mind mapping? Mind mapping is a technique where you just put the point, like it's something like this. You just put like marriage, or let's say anything. You can put health, right? And anything and everything around the health, you just start writing. Like health, you say diet, right? Or you say exercise. Anything related to that, just start putting a mind mapping, and then it loops. So those are some of the things that you should do when you're training it. So this becomes your core, and then becomes the other things that you want to use it in a book. The other thing, the sixth point, that is in terms of timer. You would need a timer. Every time when you want to write a book, just put a 30 minutes time and start writing it, right? And then stop. In between the 30 minutes, do not get diverted. Do not take out your Facebook page and start liking those biryanis and the samosa that somebody has put it. Don't want to do that while you're writing it. So every 30 minutes, just write, stop, do some exercise, come back. Yes, the seventh thing is, you need to just go take breaks. Take some breaks in between. That's a great idea. After half an hour, take some 15-minute break, come sit down again, and another 30 minutes. That's a great way to, puts your thoughts together. And then, very important is, number 8 is to group. What I mean by group is, suppose you have your thoughts. You should know what problem you are solving. You should know what kind of prescription, what kind of solution that book is going to give. And then finally the outcome and the summary. So you need to, whatever, when you're putting all those in the topics in your blank page, just put that in groups. Once you put it in groups, you'll soon find a structure emerging out of this. A fantastic structure. And let me tell you, your book, in the first iteration, if you think that book is complete, it's not going to be there. You need to at least work on 3 or 4 iterations. As I said, that's why I said, don't keep your, editor's hat when you start. You need some time for that. And finally, the 10th solution that I can propose is get a coach for yourself. A coach is a person who can make sure that he helps you from start to end. He helps you in a great design. He helps you in the internals of the book. He helps you publish, and he helps you promote. So hope that was helpful for you. Do tune in to know more, and we'll give you some more tips, tricks to make sure that finally you get a book in your hand and you then can give